Get ready to unleash the beast within your biceps and triceps. Join us in this explosive arm day workout video as we dive deep into a relentless routine designed to carve out jaw-dropping strength and definition. It's time to wave goodbye to noodle arms and say hello to arms that command attention. Are you ready to embrace the burn and forge arms of legendary proportions? Let's dive into the ultimate Titanic Arms workout together.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, we're going to be doing arm day. So far, back feel pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It authentically does feel pretty okay today. So we're just gonna do a very light rehab because yesterday was the leg day, so we're kind of recovering from that, which even though it was intense in its own way, it was still very easy. So I didn't do a whole lot, so I'm not sore or super fatigued, but needless to say, my upper body feels like it has plenty of energy. I ate a lot this morning, but it was not calorie dense, but I am on a cut, so it does work out. So we're just shy of 800 calories for this morning. We're doing pretty good on protein. I think we're at 51 grams. Carb intake, oh man, carbs, I think we're at 43, something like that. So we're a little bit low, so we're not super jazzed up on carbs right now. Fats are definitely low for the morning. To kind of up on carbs just a little bit, add a little bit of sugary goodness. So we're going to go ahead, get started, do a little bit of the rehab work, and then jump into the workout. I'm definitely feeling just a little bit of boxing today. I really missed it. Not that anything I was doing was super fantastic, but I am trying to learn and I'm trying to practice as much as possible. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a couple little rehab things, and then you will join me for a little bit of boxing and then a little bit of working out. And again, if you're still watching at the beginning of this video, if you prefer the long-term unedited content, more vlog style, let me know. Also, if you prefer the more sporadic, quick edit, shorter videos, let me know that you prefer those. I'm really trying to get a dial down on what you guys prefer. So we're gonna give it a try. Let's get into it. We're running low on time, but we gotta get it in, so. All right, so I got that all hung up. I did a little bit of my stuffy stuff, and we're just gonna lightly practice some slower combos. You know, needless to say, everything that I'm trying to practice as I go into it is keep my hands up, make sure that they don't slip down. And someone made a comment that because I keep my thumbs out, I clearly never been in a fight. And I'm just trying to keep my hands relaxed when they're up here, and naturally my thumbs out here versus in here because I'm having to flex it. Versus naturally if my hands are relaxed, thumbs are out, hands are slightly curved in. So I'm just keeping my hands relaxed because that's a waste of energy to keep them tense the whole time. So you relax it and then you tense it up at the last second. Just because if I'm sitting here doing this the whole time, my hands are gonna get tired. So I like to keep a nice loose grip and tighten it up. That way it's more dense on the moment of impact. Also, second thing, yes, I'm not wearing gloves. Yes, I'm not wearing wraps. But I'm not hitting it hard. I'm not going, and I'm not gonna rack my wrist. I'm not gonna bend it. I'm hitting it light. So, for everyone that's concerned, thank you, but I'm okay. So, let's get started, and let's just go through some simple combos. I haven't even taken my pre-workout yet. I need to do that. So, the reason why I was doing this combo so much is because if I try to get rhythmic with it, I realized I was just popping it, getting there, and I was just throwing out from my elbow and not throwing with my shoulder. So I kept doing that because I wasn't getting it. So it's like that one felt mostly elbow. I don't know how it looked, but I know that I need to really focus drive from my shoulder without overreaching, of course, because that's a no-no. So that's all right. It's all right. All right. So I'm gonna do a little bit more without clipping it. That way I can just focus, put in some music. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and maybe one other little practice, maybe like a focus ball or something. Get a few more combos in, listen to a little bit of music, and then yeah, I'm gonna go from there. I need to take my pre-workout too. This song is so good. So, per usual, I love doing compounds because I get to work my back and I get to work my chest again for the second time during the week with giving them, 70 to 48 hours in between work. Those muscle groups again. That way I still have juice and I can be able to hit them again in those compounds, which really helps you get those compounds up in endurance and strength. So, plus if you do it in a compound, it can really help with hypertrophy because you can overload other muscles with heavier weight. So, today we're going to do close grip bench, and we're going to superset it with how I did the pull-ups in the other video, where I'm going to do a whole bunch of mini sets, call that my one set, that way we can get the volume. And I think we're going to do probably 6-7 sets of 2 with chin-ups, and really focus on pulling myself up to the bar higher up, so I get a lot of flexion, really load the bicep. That's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna feel great. It's really gonna help with overall size, which I'm on a cut, so I'm not really gonna be hypertrophied. So I'm gonna go on the lower end there. So realistically, now that I'm saying that, I need to cut the reps down on the chin-ups. Even though I'm trying to go for more endurance when it comes to that calisthenic of pulling my body up in the bar. So 7-8 sets of that, that's just fine. Even though the point is to go a little bit heavier, I'm just trying to get with my goals here, get efficient with pulling my body up and being able to maneuver my body around a lot easier. And then with bench, I'm gonna work up to 2 top working sets of 5 to 6. And just kind of feel that out. So we're just going to kind of feel that out, get a little bit of volume here as we warm up. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with bench. So I'm just going to take a couple seconds here. But, if you want a stronger bench, accessory work is going to be absolutely important, and getting frequency down is absolutely important. Because if you do too much, you'll hurt your shoulder or your tricep or something. I even knew someone who tore his bicep while benching. So you need to monitor your volume. You don't need to overdo it, but you also need to up the frequency with what your body can tolerate. Monitor the weight, the volume sets, which volume includes all of that. So it's really about the volume and figuring out what you can handle and how far you can push it. So if you want a strong bench, you need to work towards the lower end range of the weight, and you need to make sure that your form, your stabilizers, and everything else are absolutely there, that they're activated, they're prepared to be able to use the weight, take the weight, and move the weight. So a lot of exercises for bench press. You got pin press, floor press. I can't remember what it's called when you just unrack really heavy weight and just hold it there for a while. and then rack it back. Make sure you have a spotter and don't do something crazy stupid. You're just gonna hurt yourself. So just balance it. Find what you can and can't do and prepare yourself with that. Bench is a very fun exercise, and depending, for a lot of people on the internet, it's a useless, risk versus reward. Risk is way higher for a lot of people when it comes to bench. But if you want to power lift or you just enjoy bench, there's plenty of ways to improve it, do it better. I know, when I was at my strongest with bench, like I said, 5 sets of 5 for 275, I believe. I was benching twice a week. Really the only accessory that I did was military press and close grip bench press. And 275 by the time I got there was super easy. It was a struggle, but I never felt the need to have a spotter or anything else, which is terrible. Don't do that. But it was really comfortable for me. Sadly, squat and deadlift were a completely other story, but it's what it is, just fine. I can't wait to hurry up, slim down, get ripped, do everything I want to do there, and start bulking again, because I know my deadlift's going to go up above where it's never been before, and I'm really excited about that. I mean, I hit a PR on my cut pretty early on. It wasn't by much, but I was able to do it. Thanks, Mr. Dantastic, for being there for me to hit. But anyway, once this is all better, I'll start deadlifting again, lower volume. And then once I slim down and I'm there, it's time to bulk again. I'm so excited. I have to cut the brakes on these next ones really short because I got carried away talking. Forgot what I was doing. Like I said, I'm really trim on time today, so need to get it done. I don't know if you guys could see that, but I got a little eager on that one. I felt my body shifting more to one side than the other when I pulled myself up. So again, it is very important to stay focused. So after 2 more sets of this, talk to you guys a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead, stop clipping, focus, get my next 2 supersets done, and then I will go ahead and bring you back on the next superset. So speaking of diet, bulking, and cutting, nutrition seems trickier than it is. And a lot of people want advice on nutrition and they want to figure out what they should or shouldn't be eating. And if you don't apply it, it's not going to help you if you know everything. It's about actually doing the stuff. So it's important to make sure that you monitor your macros. Macros are huge, but you also need proper, there's a whole bunch of different classifications. I'm not going to get into those, but you need to make sure you have enough minerals and vitamins within your body so it can produce the functions that it needs to, and also recover more properly. So, proper nutrition is extremely important. I've talked to people that are just like, meat, and cool, but you need to make sure that you're still getting everything you need for your body to function. So it is really important to make sure that you do all that and eat proper. I know when I was doing my first ever bulk, what I did is I put most of my carbs right before I worked out, and I was able to work out for about 2 hours straight, which is for a lot of people a really long time, but I was also doing a lot of heavier lifts, so my breaks were really long, so I wasn't like doing stuff the whole time. It was just kind of spaced out across 2 hours. I did not fatigue through the whole thing. I was just fine. I had plenty of glucose, free flowing glucose in my body that if my muscles needed it, they could just whoop. So it was my favorite thing just to carve up before I worked out, and that was pretty much where my carb intake was for the day. And afterwards, I'd have some more carbs, but not as many. And then the rest of the night would be mostly protein, higher fiber vegetables, and try to balance it with some healthier fats. So. Hopefully I said all that right. I'm listening to music, so my mindset isn't clear there. So again, I'm gonna end the clip here, and I'll bring you back for the next exercise. I need to focus, get this done. Thanks for being here. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try a little bit of a different exercise now. I just did like 15 seconds of it. It feels pretty good, but I'm definitely not doing it right. I need to study a little bit more, but I want to show you guys. This seems to be a nice sports-specific training way to kind of build the endurance and the speed of flexing at the arms. So you get a rope or a towel if you need one, and a kettlebell. It seems to work best with a kettlebell. And you just do this movement right here. So, and then you just do this for a while. That's it, it's really exhausting. This is only 20 pounds. Of course, I also think the person that I watched do it also is using more of their shoulders and their biceps to generate power. And I think it was about power generation and speed for punching power, just to, you know. I wasn't doing that, I was just doing the biceps. So, needless to say, we're just gonna take a bodybuilding approach to working the biceps, get some higher volume in. And then we'll go from there. That was a very short time. Mostly because I feel very tight from trying to do that. You know, it'd be better if I would have practiced with a lighter weight, but I couldn't fit the rope through the handles of the lighter weight. So we're gonna do some dips, and then we'll get back to that. All right, they're nice and even, so I got that all set up. So we're gonna go ahead, jump in, do some dips, which I absolutely love dips. Personally, they're just really fun for me. There's something about like throwing my body up, and that sensation is very addictive. So, plus, it's another great little compound to really try to grow your triceps. You know, however they post, I don't know. Shoulder got a little tight on that one, so I'm gonna stop that set there. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna rest up, get a fresh set in for biceps because I did those back to back. I started recording on the second one, and then I went into that. So it's a lot of overall work for the biceps in a very short period of time. I mean, it is what it isn't. It depends on if you're trained or conditioned for it. I'm clearly not at the moment, so take a short break, get into that. We're quickly running out of time, and I still have 2 more supersets to do, so I really need to get a move on. But anyway, quit saying Now I am, not you. So, of course, I'm making a lot of my exercise selection based off of like a bodybuilding mentality where I'm trying to build all the muscles up individually. I'm targeting the long head, the short head, and other musculature, just to have a nice overall equal appearance overall from top to bottom. Those backwards, top to bottom. So we're gonna go ahead, Let's get into this next set, and then we'll do another set of this. So I really gotta start cracking this out. So I don't know if I can view or not. Music's good today. So now we're gonna do a real basic one. We're gonna do some reverse curls. I'm trying to use my lats as an arm blaster. That way I can stabilize it, make sure I'm not swinging or doing anything. Hit up with one of my favorite isolated tricep exercises, tricep pushdowns. Man, that really helps get that brachioradialis going. Made me all red. I'll try to turn the side for you. Realistically, I could go up just a little bit of weight on tricep push down. But yeah, to build the back of the forearms and get that thick brachioradialis, doing reverse curls is absolutely fantastic. I love doing them with an easy bar. It's a lot easier to make sure that you're constantly pronated, because with dumbbells, when you start fatiguing, your hands want to turn out. And once you do that, you start getting the brachialis on the brachioradialis. And so you can keep it like this. You really get that right there. So, and I mean, it's a good muscle to have. It's a good strong forearm muscle. So building it up with those, and then hitting triceps, which they are really light. I was just really trying to go slow. I do need a little bit more weight, so I'll probably slip some fives. It's not a lot of weight. I just want to build control, really tempo, go nice and slow, really stress the connective tissue and get a lot of time under tension here. Usually I go really, really heavy on tricep pushdowns, and I kind of get over it just a little bit and almost treat it more like a press. And I mean, I've done well over 100 pounds, which for a lot of people, that's good weight. And for a lot of other people, that's honestly not that heavy. But for me personally, it's really good, and it feels really good. However, I know towards the end of going a little bit heavier at the beginning of my cut, my elbow started feeling very overtrained. So a little lighter, let it all recover, tempo it out. Whew. Burning. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let's start just a little bit here. Just a little bit. That makes a massive difference. And I do a few more. Whew. That's good. But yeah, you know, not a big fan of flexing. And it sure feels good when you have a nice pump to give a little bit of a flex. Remember, at the peak of my bulk, and of course, a lot of it was fat too, just because my body fat percentage was a lot higher. I remember with measuring with a pump, I was about 19 and a quarter, 19, about a third inch around my arms. And I was very happy to say that I had that big of an arm, you know. Yeah, it was real nice. But anyway, I got one more superset to knock out. Yeah, I gotta finish up. You guys see the next superset. Lastly, we have hammer curls, overhead tricep extensions. I don't think I have anything else. No, we're good. We're good. So let's be the easiest superset. Just dumbbells here, dumbbells there. And again, you know, focusing on these, you just want to make sure you're not swinging or doing anything. You know, if you're at the very end and you're training for volume, then, you know, you got to cheat just a little bit. I can see that, but as long as it's not heavy, you just want to make sure you don't get hurt. A setback is worse than going slow. And that's a fact. I mean, you could look even at Alex Eubank right now with his shoulder injury and everything that he's having to deal with. And sometimes stuff just happens, I get that. But we got to set ourselves up for maximum success. We're trying to build a body to do incredible things, not just tear it down to say that we do. Oh my goodness. So the more it burns, the more you breathe. The more you breathe, drier your mouth gets. Whew. Feels good though. Yeah. I'm flexing. Cause you're so cool. Trying to impress you. Oh my goodness. My mouth is gonna dry. Yeah, it feels real good. Next thing is just also train more intensely as I'm on my cut. I should get really vascular. The leaner you get, the more vascular you get. And of course, the more active you are, the more exercise that you do, the more vascular. So it's gonna be really fun to see the appearances. Kind of a different challenge. I've never went for physique. To get a nice physique, you know, you gotta balance the types of exercise that you do, the volume, and of course diet is not necessarily more important when you go for physique than you do when you go for strength or power. But, you know, for me personally, going for physique is something that I've never really done. Like I take a well-rounded approach, anatomically taking like a bodybuilder's mindset of like, oh, this muscle's laxing, time to pump that one out, really focus on it, drive it up, make it equal to the others. I like that mindset. But again, I go for more strength. But right now, because I'm on a cut, I gotta go intense in a different way because I'm not gonna get stronger while I'm on a cut. It's impossible. So unless I improve my form, and then I might get stronger because I'm more efficient with the movement, but that's a totally different topic. So it is exciting because it is something different for me, something I'm not used to, you know? I don't think I'll be able to get those up over my head for a second. Woo! All right. Oh, I'm so dry. Hey, respect your gym space. I should. I have stuff laying out because I'm just trying to hurry. Because I'm really behind. Let's get these done. I don't know how many reps that was, but I could definitely feel myself cheating just a little bit on those. My last set I'll have to be really strict about it, so you know, I just like working everything in many different ways as safely possible, stuff that's been studied and executed and done before that's been shown to be extremely beneficial. So I like variation exercises. So arm day, even though such a small area of muscle, has, for me, has always been the easiestly diversified day, where it's like, oh, I can attack from this way, versus doing lats, you know, doing your lats 3 different ways, and doing the upper back, you know, 4 different ways, because you can row wide and down, just straight back, kind of like a reverse pec deck, shrugs, close, which is lats. But if you're really squeezing the shoulder blades, then you know what I'm saying. Which all my days have a lot of diversity to work stuff in different ways, like chest 3 different ways, lats 2 to 3 different ways. You know, with my legs, it's really easy to do a lot of diversity. I just let them lack when I was younger, so there was a lot of room to catch back up on those. So anyway, I'm going to end the video here. So thank you guys again so much for joining this video. Again, please do let me know if you prefer the long-term content or the short-term. You know, I want to get out there. I want to make some awesome content for you guys, but I want to know what you prefer. So if you have watched the video and you've watched it this far, let me know whether you prefer short or long. And just let me know what you're looking for. Like, are there certain trending, you know, fitness topics that you have some questions on? You know, I'd love to give my take just a little bit. I have quite a few years in the fitness industry working with different professionals, and I would like to chime in just a little bit, but I want to talk on stuff that's specific to what you guys would like to hear about. So let me know, like, comment, subscribe, and if you would, please share the video, get it out there, help us reach more people. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Stay pumping, stay smiling, be safe. I'll see y'all the next time.
Got them